I clicked too many things. Hello!
We-
Hopefully this should work. As I pull up my phone to make sure that everything is...
It's working. I hear
It's
you.
working. Okay, sweet. That's it. I can mute that now. All good in the hood. I appreciate you, my love. Hi! Welcome to... Oh, wait. You were going to do that... Megan! No, she's not taking the stairs. She was going to come down and do the intro. Because it was going to be cute. I don't know if she... Wait, I hear movement. Hang on. This might still be cute. Oh no, I heard an ow.
Oh.
Hot...
Yay!
Yay! She's taking the...
I'm like the Kool-Aid man. Welcome to Maistri Anord. We're breaking down walls and we're doing all the fun shit. Come join us on Friday night. We have Lady Blackbird at 8 p.m. EST. And next week we have another West Marches somewhere in there. And then we also have on Wednesday, Gods and Goddesses, oh my, having dinner with Uncle Hades. Let's go. Other than that, hi, we're Maistri Anord, and I'm going to make like the Kool-Aid man and disappear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Kool-Aid
As
man
Jeffrey
uses
said.
doors now? That's new.
Since when? Yeah.
I mean,
Put
the 2024 version.
Oh.
Less property destruction.
Yeah.
Not the 1990s version.
Somebody sued the Kool-Aid man.
So, not a day.
So that's the better half. Master Anord. I'm your humble yet not so humble master of chaos, Mazrix. That's my favorite. Yes, that did hurt. You took 2 flights of stairs in like 5 seconds. I'm not surprised that hurt. I am sorry that it hurt though. Other half not better. No. You know what? I hear you out. Respectfully, no. She's actually the more injured half, but the better half. Absolutely.
You're both awesome. There you go.
I will
Split
accept.
the difference and both be awesome.
I will accept my
Yeah.
accolades exactly when I think I deserve them. Which
You
will
do,
in
say
fact, which will in fact
Say it.
be never.
Say it. You say it, you do. Say it, you do deserve it.
We're going to work on your self-esteem,
We're gonna
my
sit
dude.
here and not play the game until you say something nice.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Let's make it a
Say
channel
it.
redeem where players
Say
can
it.
do it.
Yeah,
There we go.
you can spend your channel points to tell me I'm good if you want. I guess. Don't do that.
Tell him he's a
Don't
good
waste
boy.
your don't waste your points telling me I'm a good boy. I'll
Let's
blush.
start that.
That's actually Megan is literally
You're very,
probably
very good
on the way
boy.
to go make that right now. 'Cause
Yes!
she-
Make it.
Tell me I am a goodbye. Goodbye. The DM is
He's
super
my
cool dude.
partner. He's my best friend. He's my good time boy.
Sam.
I use my channel points to say nice things about the DM.
I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. As I was saying, I am your humble yet not so humble master of chaos, DM, GM. Other phrase I will not say, although I have to get off of my habit of saying it, because it's a pretty solid expression. Maybe I'll bring it back in a year or two when it's no longer relevant. But I will be curating the events of this wonderful, possibly short scenario. Let's have my players talk about themselves, the places that you can find them, the things that they are doing, anything that is interesting, and then, shall we talk about D&D? So, who can I point to first? I can point... It's okay. I'll skip you for now, Linen. You won't go first.
Do not proceed.
Who are you ducking?
Steph! Tofu!
Della!
I'm Tofu Chipmunk, also known as Princess Tofu Chipmunk. You may know me from Shattered Tabletop Gaming, where you can find me playing as the Sticky Finger Dahlia, or the romantic-hearted Priscilla on Wild Seas, or even as the clumsy Petunia in Glimmering Pines. I also joined Maistri and Anord in Gods and Goddesses, where you can find me as the Southern goddess who loves K-pop and J-pop. But here tonight, I get to play and Stella. And with that, I will send it to Mike.
Hey, I'm Mike, also known as Super Gets. I also call Tofu Princess Fluffy Paws the first. Sorry, there it was. That's from a game. You can also find me here on Master Anord playing this awesome game, the West March. We also are going to possibly have a game coming up called Dragon Tears, so look for that. You can find me over at Shattered Tabletop Gaming as well, where I put on a show called Call of Cthulhu, Down Darker Trails, Shadows Over Tombstone. I get to play with some of the people in this group right here, and it's a lot of fun. Last Friday of every month, except for the November and December, I've gotten rid of because too close to the holidays. So we're gonna pick it back up at the end of January. So July, that's way. Ugh. Save me from myself, Frost.
My name is Frost. I am a chatter. I am not a streamer, but I'm here with you, everyone here. So, Zavara.
Hey, I'm Sam. I'm playing Zavara.
I love how fast that was.
I have become one with my character. You can find me here at Ifsum Flotsam. I do art on the internet. And play a few games here, like Cyrus Vance for the Lady Blackbird game, and the Dragon Tears game that's coming up next month, I believe. I think that leaves only one person. I'm sorry, Lennon, we have to perceive you.
God damn it. I was really hoping to not make eye contact with the teacher. Okay. I am Juniper. I'm Linen and Spice most places on the internet. I am in the Call of Cthulhu game that Super Gets there is running. I just pointed down. I realized I'm not sure where you are on my Twitch screen.
It's like two
You're
that
different
way.
Two people over to the
Stage left?
Stage left. Yeah.
Which is
That way.
Audience
Yes.
perception.
Yeah. Like, which direction is my window?
Yeah,
that
you
way.
got it.
Okay. Yeah, so I am in Super Gets' Call of Cthulhu game over on Shattered Tabletop Gaming. I'm also in some other games over at Shattered Tabletop Gaming. Alien, The Wild Sea with Tofu. I'm not even going to try with directions. Shattered Dawn as well. And you can also find me in Mastery and Odds Gods and Goddesses campaign on every second Wednesday. And I'm also hopefully joining the Dragon Tears campaign soon as well. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Cool. I think that's everyone. Back to Mazrix.
Yes, I am also excited for you to join in that campaign in the future because I have had the opportunity of being one of its tragic, non-successful heroes.
Ooh.
Anytime you meet whatever Megan attempts to elucidate as the wonderful Lasanti, that is me.
Oh, good to know. Okay.
So, if he is still alive in the era in which you are partaking,
You can get that scroll of true resurrection.
I'm just saying, that Twilight Cleric, that's my boy.
We'll keep an eye out for him.
Alright, well, thanks for introducing all of yourselves. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you, chat, for saying that I'm such a good boy. My brain is malfunctioning. I know I have to GM a game, so we're gonna get GM a game, and I'm going to go back to my wonderful player who volunteered to tell us what happened last time during the session that was called The Fall of Silvernack. Before we get into episode 7, Heritage.
Is that my cue?
Yes.
All right. Okay, guys, check this shit out. And I go over to a fancy mirror and flip it over, revealing the murder board on the other side. All right, so we've got this job and a bunch of crudely drawn wagons with stuff in it, and a bunch of magical items shining out of the cart, a bunch of bandits running down, and horrible things coming from the other side as they're blasted apart. We've got this job. This job was super suspect because Thelen, our very kindly leader, is, he took the job because he thought that his lady friend, Violet Graves, was endangered. For you see, this job came from a guild known as the Amethyst Dragon. That guild does not exist in the city, so Dylan, of course, is being like, Amethyst Dragon, that's a easy trade to Violet Graves, because the dragons are dead, you see. So Dragon's Grave, Violet Amethyst, you see. So and not to mention, the job itself was in the script from the Obsidian Veil Guild, which are like the assassins, like the thieves. So that's very dangerous. So Dylan's like, oh, I have to take this job, or my very good childhood friend, who I've known for a long time and care deeply about, Blush, is in danger. So he took the job, and of course the job, went kind of bad because we're violent killers. Even if we're doing what we said we were going to do, middle maybe. So yes, we succeeded on the job, but we were meant to fail it or something. But in any case, the guild was cast in a negative light. Thelen was then arrested, and he threw himself at the councilman's feet, Councilman Shofar, saying, "Oh, it's me, it's my fault. Leave my guild, leave my employees, my guild associates, guild members alone." And they're like, "Okay, we didn't like your guild anyway, so we are just going to and move on to the next thing in our lives." And that is, of course, where we came in last game. We went to see him and was like, "You shouldn't be doing this." And they were like, "We'll give you a few hours to prove that, or bring us evidence that this wasn't the case." And so we went and found that paperwork, and Violet came with, and she was like, "You're a bunch of idiots, but good job." And we were like, "That's kind of rude, but okay." And so we brought the paperwork, and we got into the guild by destroying the nice doors, but those are fixed maybe. And yes, we brought Councilman Shofar the papers and said, "Look at all this suspicious activity." And he was like, "Huh, I guess I have to do my job now. Dang it." And then this other lady, whose name was Yuria Katara, who is kind of in the same guild as Violet, was like, "Oh, you Violet, you shouldn't have done that. No. And took her away. And we were like, "That's a problem for tomorrow," and took Thelen back to the guild. Thank you. And I flip over the mirror with the murder board on it.
I was there for some of that.
Oh yeah, did I miss anything? Do you want to?
Well,
List?
I was going to
That
say, we
felt
did
like
a
a dream
great job.
sequence.
We did a great job. We
Oh, thank you.
defended the guild.
We did defend the guild, and now rent is tripled until they're like, "Oh, I guess they didn't do it," but they're not going to do that.
I mean, we
I
also
do wonder
killed
if
some-
us destroying the door had something to do with that, perhaps.
Tripling the rent? I mean, we did get it fixed.
Madeline would be the one who's angry at that.
Yeah, and he was like, "Thanks for getting me out of the stocks." So,
Alright.
and plus that Rob the builder guy, he works quick.
I mean, he
Is
has
Bob the Builder now canon in this world? Oh my god.
So him and Dave.
no Rabob,
Rabob, not
Rabob.
Rob.
not Bob, Rabob, the
I said
builder.
Rob Bob. Rabob.
I might be having a slight technical issue here,
Uh-oh.
everybody. I cannot get my internet browser to open on my laptop.
Goodness.
Task manager, kill the existing thing, and then restart it.
So I am just gonna go ahead and out myself and say I've already tried to open Task Manager 3 times, and Task Manager has not opened.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I still hear you
That's
going
not good.
through, so unless it's just
Control Alt
remotes.
Delete. We might disappear from the screen, but that's fine.
Well, I disappear, and then I hit Task Manager, and then it looks like it's gonna load it. I see a little circle, and then nothing happens.
Windows, kill, Firefox, terminal. All right, how's this gonna work? Oh, sweet. Task kill /app. Yeah, Yeah, that's possible. You'll be able to do this. Probably. You can probably supplement Firefox with Chrome.
It's always Firefox.
So, I use Chrome religiously, and Chrome is not opening. So, perhaps I have to go to the dark web and access Edge.
Ooh.
Oh.
I've
That's
had to do
getting
that.
edgy.
I've had to do that for one game.
Yeah. Wrong button.
People edge before games? Jeez.
I mean,
Oh, damn it.
Gets the heart beating.
I mean, that's how I prep for every game.
like,
I open up Microsoft Edge.
Oh, I see.
Sure.
legitimately, neither browser is opening.
No. Go. Do you know how to open up the terminal in Windows?
Yes.
Well, type in the command from this chat, from this Zoom meeting. Everything in the double quotes, just copy paste it, except replace Firefox with Chrome. See if that helps. Yes, Kitty?
Califax. Yes, no, in fact, I am an edgelord. I have always been, I will always be. It is my secret, not so secret, humble yet not so humble, active ego. I was going to say alter ego, but it's just who I am.
Just your ego.
It is just, I wasn't born to the dark, nor was I molded by it. But I saw it, and it was kind of cool, and I said, yeah, that's for me.
They had cookies. What are you going to do?
I mean, cookies are fucking dope. Batman. Okay,
Oh my God.
Biscuits.
my laptop is dying currently as I speak. I'm like getting a little worried that this call might like this whole thing might just stop. Like I don't know what's going on.
Oh no.
Megan, unplug the internet. Give us an out.
Should we just start, and then if we go out, everyone just know that we'll be back if we can.
Oh my god, my laptop is actually refusing to function. I can't even open the Windows menu.
Have you tried an unexpected shutdown?
Yeah, hard reset. Maybe we should just like.
Yeah, but that kills the stream. I think that's what he's trying to avoid at all costs.
That is what I was trying to avoid
Yeah,
at all
that's
costs.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe.
We could reboot.
That's why I would like the Megan gremlin
This
coming
is
in.
not what it looks like.
Oh. Oh my.
Are you sure?
So you're generally behind him face first? Okay.
Oh, I think that is exactly what it looks like.
These technical difficulties are brought to you by shovels.com.
I mean, it wasn't until that last 5 seconds.
Ow, ow, ow. Oh my god, my knees aren't what they used to be.
That's what she said.
It's not making allegations.
Why? Why?
I like legitimately like something's wrong with my laptop and I don't know what.
A process is hogging all the resources, so you can't do anything else.
Yeah, except my laptop should have like I have run video games streaming services like
I don't doubt it. It's that sometimes a program can go wild-ish in a way.
I am God.
what did you do?
Damn.
Thank you. We love you.
And
Thank
she leaves me with
Thank you,
no
Megs.
answer.
Victory!
That's how she normally
did she
finishes,
do?
right?
Was that a wham bam
Just
no
missing
thank you
the
ma'am
tap
moment?
on the head.
That was
Before he's gone.
come on
I
and
think you
slam.
broke Mazrix.
Virtual high five, Frost.
I just,
The sterile 5. Yeah.
Yeah, stereo five.
I did. Megs! No, 100% more head.
Yep.
Yeah,
Everybody heard that, right?
Screech.
half the reason that I grew the beard was to hide the blush. Okay, I am
Don't be afraid to show emotion.
fresh
You
off
need
the
a full
boat,
cousinate
Puritan.
situation, though.
What?
Oh,
I
you
think
are
you
the
need a full
innocent
cousinate
maiden.
situation to hide the blush.
But yeah. So I guess let's actually play some D&D now. Maybe if everything will work the way that I want it to.
Notes in the glasses. I think it's working.
Now that he's got his DM face on, the glasses go white and you can't see his eyes.
Oh yeah.
Ding.
There.
Very Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Very.
Oh, and we've already got the steepled fingers down, so yeah, we just need some glowy glasses.
It's true. Shafar was very much about the steepled fingers. Okay, we want... okay. I think we perhaps just had Megan plug in the power bar a little bit more securely.
Oh,
Because my laptop is
too fast now.
an absolute nightmare of needing like 2 power sources.
Well, that sucks.
It does because
What?
not. Yeah, I have to. It's got 2 power bars to be plugged. It's basically a like movable powerhouse of a like desktop, but also yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on. We have episode 7, Heritage and Trust, which I missed earlier. Oh. Okay. Oh, I'm getting another warning from my laptop. Oh my god.
All right, recap again.
Oh, that's why.
It wouldn't
Okay.
be a stream without technical difficulties of some sort.
No, it really wouldn't. I'm
would
so
be-
sorry,
yeah.
everybody. Apparently, my laptop only has 221 gigabytes of on hard drive storage.
Oh,
And
Oh.
those are full at this exact
Oh.
moment.
Oh.
So I'm going to try and find something to delete.
Baby pictures? Sorry, kids.
gotta prioritize.
Bro, let's go open up and clear cache.
It makes us
Hard
hard
wipe.
Empty
That's-
recycle bin.
Oh,
Yeah.
true. That's always got a
It-
few gigs in it.
This just in.
Or, you know, you finally notice that Apex is like 120 gigs or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
Stella.
That's fair.
Well, should we talk about like what your characters were doing in the meantime?
Sure.
Please, yeah.
So,
actually, play some D&D while I try and make my laptop actually work. You can all game. I will just listen.
Give us the signal.
And go. Roleplay. Here, you know what? Here's a small bit of roleplay. There's a crying woman in the lobby of the Silverneck Guild. And Thelin is out of his armor, very uncharacteristically, listening and dealing with it. And go.
So, guys, who Felon's kind of busy right now, as you can see, so he
I'm
can't
kind
really
of
talk to
uncomfortable.
us.
Right. Like, she's crying. I don't want to make a scene.
I don't want to look at it.
Want to look at the crying woman?
I don't. It's off-putting.
Oh, you don't want to look at it. Okay.
I
I
mean,
don't want to look at it.
I see.
I mean, we're not grabbing the popcorn.
No. I'm staring at a wall now. And I'm playing my guitar.
Or are we
my-
like
my
under?
lute.
Are we downstairs?
I thought
Well-
we were upstairs in the thing.
Oh, okay.
I guess while Thelen is dealing with that, I would rather not get involved. Perhaps we should work out what our next steps are with regards to Violet and her whereabouts
Well,
and what we
yes.
do with that. Anyone have
So-
thoughts on that?
Murder hobo time? No,
I
no.
mean, yes. But that could be the last step. I'm fine with it being the first step. But she kind of went willingly. It wasn't like it was like a little resistant, but she wasn't like taking out knives to stab the wrist of Yura.
Mm.
So, Savara, remind me again what's happening here. We're...
All right, so check this.
Not like that.
Oh.
It's like we intend to go and help Thalen's friend, right?
Violet?
Yeah.
Violet was kind of taken away by her own guild. Helping her, I mean, like, if she needs help.
Oh, okay. This is easy.
Okay.
Fallon's got a girlfriend.
Got
She's not so secret anymore, so she's just a girlfriend.
Okay.
Okay. She, essentially, to keep an eye on her, this lady was like, okay, you're my apprentice or some shit now. So she's safe-ish.
Okay.
We have our own problems where we got to pay rent.
Yeah, I heard they tripled our rent.
So right now we kind of just got to have a better and the third thing is there's an overarching issue where someone's out to get us or at least kill us off because we're a loose end.
Well, that's
Are
not
they
good.
after all of us or just Thelen?
At this point, I'm probably in that boat.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So
We
get
can't have
paid,
that.
pay bills, kill the bad guy, rescue the girl.
Somewhere in there, I need to find a place that sells armor. I need
Oh,
I think it's been
I need to be a little bit better equipped.
well,
I mean,
guess
I
where-
still have these greaves that I'm not using from the silver trees from that grove. Oh, we're not supposed to show. Oh, okay. I'll put them away again.
No, like, just like
Look,
not
I
out
still-
and loud, you know? That never happened, right?
Oh, I see. I picked these greaves up at the market. Are you interested in them?
What do they do?
Oh, they are.
I just remember
Oop, let me just-
vulnerability to lightning.
They are. They give you protection from non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, but they do give you vulnerability to lightning.
Ooh,
They are transmutable, so they can change shape, and you get the usual disadvantage on stealth. I assume they're heavy armor because they're greaves.
yeah, unfortunately, doesn't work for me. I tend to stick to the light armors. But it is a
well,
very nice gesture. Thank you, Sora.
I am bunking at a smith's, and he did give me this awesome looking shield.
There's a cool shield.
Do you think you'd be able to turn these into something else of use?
That looks
I'm-
way more magical than I'm used to, so I could ask.
That's fair. Although they are transmutable, so I would imagine, well, perhaps. I wonder if we could actually just ask them to change shape. I don't know how magical items work.
You should try it.
Lewis,
Check it out.
you are proficient with blacksmith tools, correct?
Yeah?
Ooh.
Can you make a tool check for me
Oh.
using your blacksmith's tools?
Features, traits, notes. Do I? Okay, inventory. It's not in my inventory. No. All right. How?
Oh no, the DM was chat. I am not a problem force in the universe. I found 20 gigabytes of space for my laptop, so it's no longer dying.
Hooray!
Hey! Woo!
Unfortunately, I had to sacrifice The Sims 4.
Oh
A
no!
whole world destroyed for ours.
We appreciate your sacrifice.
Well, it's actually Mama Kelly's sacrifice, but either
Yeah,
way.
we appreciate her sacrifice.
I don't think there's blacksmith's tools. I can't find them.
Felt a disturbance in the force, like a million lives cried out and were silenced.
It's okay, I'll re-download it on the terabyte hard drive. Just wait.
How about I just roll a straight 20 and you can tell me what to add?
Yes, you roll a straight 20 and you add your proficiency modifier. Yeah, for some reason it was on my OS instead of like the 2 terabyte like mini SSD that I have plugged in over there. My laptop's onboard memory is absolute garbage.
Ugh, garbage.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention when I ordered it, but it is upgradable apparently.
Oh, well, speaking of garbage, as Frost said,
I rolled an 8.
Yeah.
Straight 8.
Straight 8.
Ooh.
You're right. This type of magical... why am I yawning? This type of magical gear... Fuck!
You got it. Send it, DM. Send
Reverse
it.
it. Thank you.
Words are hard.
Michael,
You're
cut it
okay.
out.
Renaming this to Scuff and Stuff?
This session I'm renaming to The Write-Off.
Oh, we've got our first IRL word ban.
Oh, hey, look. All right, cool. I'm not
No
allowed to
saying
say that.
word.
You know what? I have no issue not saying that for 5 minutes.
What happens if we say it?
I think you take a d4 of damage in character?
Oh damn!
Got it. Roger.
Oh.
Roger. Apparently fudge is still fine. As is pumpernickel.
I gotta say, it's kind of cruel redeeming that particular word when you have an Australian playing. Gotta
Only
say.
5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
It's not too bad. Yeah, we got like 3 minutes left to go. We should like get a timer. In addition,
Yeah.
like
I think, yeah.
yeah. Okay, but
Yeah, like an
regardless,
on-screen timer.
I am so chaotic today. Things are happening. They are beyond my control, and not in the fun way. So, which by the fun way, I mean my player's doing interesting shit, not whatever you were thinking, Chet.
Sure.
With an 8, Lewis, you were absolutely right. But your instinct still with an 8 tells you know where to go to get information about this. You're staying there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna look at it and be like, yep, definitely need to go to Arnold. Sorry. Sorry, Sorrow.
That's fine. Here, take them, and I'll give them to you.
Wait.
Let's keep this on the DL. Just bring it in a second. Let's make sure that nobody else is here but us, so you can hear this. I grab my pack and I pull out that gem that I grabbed in the cave.
Oh.
And does anybody know what this is?
Oh,
Like, I know what it is, but I mean,
Stella,
does
you
anybody
do
else know what
stuff.
it is?
You do the woo and stuff happens, right?
Uh-huh.
Could you take a look? Maybe you know something that we don't.
Usually Griff takes a look at that, but I'll give it a try.
Oh, yes.
So, 2
Thank
questions. Question number 1.
Huh?
Stella, do you have the spell Identify?
I do not. That's why I was willing to give it a try.
Perfect. Then 2, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Oh.
There you go.
It took a while.
Okay, so with a 14, you don't quite gather the name of the material, but you do innately understand that it is a crystal that is often used for the repair or construction of magical items, and therefore its harvestable nature is not only rare, but in fact particularly sought after.
So this is what you would call a whatchamacallit,
Oh,
Got it.
okay.
and it repairs magic stuff.
Nice.
There you go.
Ta-da!
Oh,
So it's worth a lot still. I wonder if I can
Okay.
use this to get something created for me.
Sure.
Something,
Sure.
some sort of armor or something.
Oh, sure. Yeah, someone's like,
Potentially.
"Oh,
See-
my nice armor doesn't work anymore," and you're like, "I'll take that off your hands, friend."
Yeah, I just have this leather armor. It's not really doing it for me. I'm pretty. I'm not as quick as I should be, and I'm pretty open out there, and I don't like that. So I'll see if I can make myself a little bit more difficult to hit.
Just got to bob and weave more. You're a skinny guy.
I mean, I got some stuff. I got some skills.
Could be like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I gotta work on it.
All right.
Sometimes I just like to play dead.
Does that work?
That's a very good move.
I'm still alive.
Oh, okay, maybe it does work. I don't think it would work for me well.
me neither. I tend to bleed too much to pretend.
Oh, I think that would sell it, honestly.
You think? I
Sure.
thought when people were dead, they eventually stopped bleeding,
Well,
which I
eventually, sure.
don't seem to.
Eventually.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, but there's like a little.
That is true.
If you're like in the middle of battle and you're just like, and there's blood everywhere, people will be like, yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta
that's
sell
true.
it. Like, you know, you get like a little stab and you're like, ah!
Oh, I
Well, that's
see.
good.
So practice the dramatics. Right. Okay.
That's good. If I've stabbed you, I would believe you were dead. Yes.
That's yeah. That's
The
actually
thing is,
pretty good.
I don't tend to lean towards the dramatics. So if I were to suddenly become dramatic, it might be a problem.
Oh, okay.
Good to watch out for.
It's more like a swoon. Like, oh.
Perhaps more like a swoon.
No.
Oh, that hurts so much.
There's the love seat over there that you could swoon onto that.
I'll go
that
over
lady-
to the love seat
is
and
that lady
pretend to.
crying?
Yeah, she's still crying.
Actually, as you look over and this conversation is happening, not only Felin, but also the woman have just been staring at the group of you talking and discussing for the last 5 minutes. And the woman is kind of like sniffling and pulling tears sort of off of her face while staring very, very pointedly at you, Sora.
Do I recognize her?
You do.
Who is she?
This is your mother.
Bum bum bum.
Mom? What are you doing here?
This tiefling woman. Pink of skin. Horns a soft, almost bronze color, pulling through auburn hair. Looks at you with the most beautiful blue eyes you've ever seen. Except for Sora, who has seen them many a time. Looks at you and she goes, I needed help. And, you know, with my station, the upper guilds, they have, well, there's just a way that they do things, and I never would have been listened to.
Of course. I'll go over and take her hands. What do you need? What can we do?
Well, as you know, Soro, I've spent my life in service to the Ivory Quill Guild, and I've done my best to allow for you to learn what knowledge that they could procure and give you the best education by proxy, at the very least, with you being nearby them. And I know I've never been able to achieve much in the way of wealth, but oh dear, it's your father.
What's he done now?
Well, I've never explained to you just quite what your father does for a living, have I?
No, No, what does he do?
Well, it was to protect him, to protect you as well, but I always feared for both of you. He's an upper official of a different guild. And, well, I hate to make this about it, but I would say he's maybe the top third official these days. He was a little lower back when I first met him, when you were born, but he's perhaps in the top 3. He's in the top 3 of the Gilded Scale.
The Gilded Scale. Okay.
Dear, look, I won't begin to posit to you. I know that you're quite aware of what each of the guilds do. I know you're aware that the Gilded Scale Guild handles almost all of the trade, banking, and commerce of the city.
Yes.
That you know that it's their expertise in handling all of the city's finances, and though the structures are financed and built, and its bridges and towers. They've even handled the magical constructs. They are the true, I suppose, almost masters of coin, if you will, of the city.
Yes.
And your father, Avandris, that pitiable high elf that he is. He believes that it is his role to de-establish the other guilds and simply aggrandize the Gilded Scale.
Oh. Of course. Of course he would believe that. What do we do? How do we stop him?
Frankly, dear, I'm not sure that I know. I actually, as she turns to Thelen, she says, I did put a request in at your guild quite a few days ago. I thought perhaps the dispute that was being handled between the Gilded Scale and, at the time, the Diamond Spire Guild would be settled perhaps by you. I had no idea, dear, that you were even around the Silver Knack. I am so sorry.
You weren't to know. Once we were separated, I didn't expect you to keep track of my movements. I deliberately hid them.
She begins to tear up, and she just dabs at her eyes with a handkerchief that she pulls out of a pocket on her shirt.
I'm glad you're here now. I fold her into my arms.
She leans into you. And then she sort of hiccups and collects herself a little bit, and she goes, "Oh, sorry, I forget myself. You're amongst friends, are you not?" That's how awful of me. Would you care to introduce me?
Of course. What's my mum's name? Above table. What's my mum's name?
Her name is Zvaya.
Sorry, I missed that.
Here, I will type it in chat.
Yes, please.
It's my mom's name.
Also, it would be does Sorrow remember all of our names? That's the other part of that one.
Right.
It's in Zoom.
Which chat are you putting it in?
I did not.
Twitch chat.
Oh, Twitch chat. Right,
Yes,
gotcha.
for everybody. So it's her name is
Okay.
Zvaya.
Okay.
Close rest.
So everybody, this is my mother Zvaya. Mum, you already know Thelen, I think. This is Lewis and Zavara. and Canuck and Stella. I have worked with these people. I trust them, and hopefully, I'll be able to introduce you to my partner Nimue at some point too.
She looks at you and she briefly lights up and she goes, You have a partner. That's so wonderful. I could barely contain myself thinking that you found such joy.
It's still relatively new, but I'm very happy with her.
She looks at you and she goes, Oh, bless her heart, dear.
Okay. Once this is over, I'll invite you for dinner to meet her. But we've got to figure out how to stop this. Do you still have access to my father's household? Do you have access to the ivory quill? What do you have access to currently?
So, yes, I still have a place, as I always have, in the Ivory Quill. I look after its maintenance, as my role amongst them is quite humble. I suppose you might mistake me at first glance for a maidservant, but as a member of the guild, I still hold a manner of prestige, even doing a task so menial. But it's very important. All the higher learned people, they really do depend on me to make sure that I keep their affairs in order. It's a very truly, you should be proud of the work that I do.
I am. I'm so proud.
And then she looks and goes, I do occasionally have access to the compounds of the Gilded Scale. Your father, although he is married these days, he still has time, I suppose, once every few weeks to see me and find how I am, and it's quite that's all I need, really. Just a bit at a time. It's quite wonderful to see him. But like I said, I'm worried about his intentions with the city. But he is still quite wonderful and kind and caring and handsome. The few moments I get to see him a month.
I will help for now. We are going to have a conversation after this about him and about what you deserve and how you deserve to be treated. We are going to have that conversation, but not right now. Okay. Everyone, what do we think? What would be the best way to knock my father down a peg or two?
Oh, dude.
Do we go through
No, don't knock him down. Maybe just leave him where he is per se, but just don't let him buy out every guild of the city. That would be that would be not ideal.
Okay, well, we will. All right. We'll start there. Anyone got any ideas as to where to start with regards to changing his mind? The look in her eyes is like, I'm going along with this verbally, but I'm still fucking angry at this man, is what the look in her eyes says.
Maybe we start at the guild and just
Okay.
see what we can find. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm just spitballing here.
Well, I don't know what you were gonna say, but
But don't say it.
but from my point of view, we're trying to stop him from just purchasing the other guilds. That's it. That's our big plan, our goal.
certainly don't want to see the Silverknight Guild go down the drain. If he's taking out the other guilds, that would include us, right?
Yeah, but
So-
fella's never gonna sell.
Well,
Can you make a quick insight check on Thelen?
Oh,
At
I'm
triple the
good
rent,
at
are you sure?
insight.
all of us,
Yeah, I
or
was gonna
just
say.
Lewis?
I don't need
I'm
insight for
great
that
at
one.
insight.
Just Lewis.
Of course.
Yeah, 17.
So the 17, you look over and you say like, "Oh, Thelen would never sell," and then you look over, kind of trying to confirm, and you briefly catch this sort of face because he's not wearing his armor, and he kind of goes,
Oh.
Anyways, he's never gonna sell. The Steel Anvil guys? I don't think they're gonna sell either. Like we saw the Guildmaster coming up here, and then if you think the Crystal Chalice, hotheads, poshy people, they're gonna sell, I don't think so either.
Honestly, I think given enough money, pretty much anyone can be bought. And the Gilded Scale is loaded. They have enough money to buy the city 3 times over.
At this point, Dave sort of lumbers in from the front door, goes, "Someone mentioned scales."
Yeah.
Cool.
What's up, Dave?
Hey! I don't know. I was a little bit lonely by the door.
Oh, well, the love seat's still here.
Yeah, pull up a seat, Dave. We're talking about handling the Gilded Scale.
Oh,
Gilded Scale Guild.
I know them. They're kind of the reason I even came to the city in the first place.
Oh, really?
Oh, what did you come here for?
Money.
That's fair.
How did
You
you
do?
end up with no money?
Well, I kind of showed up with no money.
So what was your plan with the Scale Guild?
Well, they're the ones with the money.
Oh,
I sometimes I kind of wonder whether y'all pay attention to the way you talk.
loudly? What?
I had no money. I came to the city to get money. The Gilded Scale people have the money, so I thought that maybe they'd be the right way. And y'all, again, you need to pay attention to the story.
But
So how did
did
you
they
get
give you
from?
money?
Yeah.
Well, no. I got asked by a kind young man whether he could have my backpack.
So we intercepted you.
Yeah.
Now you have a job.
Yeah.
All right.
With money that pays you?
That one pay him.
Almost paying
Yeah,
you.
look at Thelen.
Insight on Thelen.
Thelen throws his hands up and goes, No. I pay Dave. He does pay me. No, seriously, I do pay him. Like, daily. Like, right, Dave? I give you money, like, every day. You do. I'm actually a big fan of those sandwiches right outside. You are a big fan of those sandwiches. I buy you those sandwiches every day, but I buy him those sandwiches and also still pay him. I don't pay him in sandwiches. He does pay me on top of the sandwiches. It's a pretty good deal. And the bar's kind of always open. The bar's always open. That is another Silverknight Guild thing. I really not liking being questioned this much, says Thelen.
I gotta take you guys to a tiki bar one time. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. It's like you little drinks with like little things in them. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, like the little umbrellas and things. Those are nice.
Yeah, you get like little pieces of fruit and stuff in it. It's
I don't
pretty
like the
cool.
fruit in them.
Mm.
Just too much in the drink. Just give me the drink.
As this is going on, Dave does go, I do have this, though. And he kind of holds up something in his hand. Looks like a
What's that?
rolled up piece of paper. Goes, honestly, considering I'm blind, I don't know.
I was just getting ready to ask. Is it
Classic
blind?
Dave.
But you know what it is.
Would you like me to read it to you?
Could you? And he like holds it out to the left of you by 5 feet.
I step left by 5 feet and take the piece of paper. What does it say?
As you unfold it, the first thing you notice, it's a small scroll that's sealed with a gold embossed leaf, like a wax seal of gold-esque relief in a leaf imprint. And as you break the seal, there's a soft scent of cardamom that comes off the paper. And it unfolds, and it's a letter that says that there's a job opportunity for someone of stature who might be useful in negotiations as a deterrent. And it's signed by Avandris. Avandris Highhall.
Okay.
The name of your father.
So
The
this,
bouncer?
so Dave, this is a scroll signed by my father, Evandris. It's a scroll advertising a job opportunity for someone of stature who might be useful in negotiations as a deterrent. Is that something you are interested in, or we could potentially do that if you're not interested in taking that yourself?
Well, I mean, as you say that, that's kind of funny. Because isn't that what Devlin has me doing at his door? I just kind of stand there as a deterrent.
I suppose so.
I'm feeling kind of
I'd look at Felon.
typecast.
Well, you greet people too, right? They're like, "Can we come in?" You're like, "Yes, I'm Dave. Come in," because you're such a friendly guy.
Well, I greet voices. I don't know whether they're all people.
Oh, true. Are there any that have not been people so far?
No. But I'm not the kind of judgy kind of person.
That's true. That's true.
Where did you get this scroll from? Who typecast you in this situation?
See, that's a funny story. There was a voice. It was kind of a funny. She liked to talk fast, but I felt from the impression of her voice that she might have been kind of on the small side. You know, with just different voices that they carry a different resonance. If maybe that's a me thing.
Oh no, I understand.
Bella,
Never rightly gave me her name though.
do you know Dave?
That's me.
No, I just met Dave the other day. Well, I mean, I know
With-
him now, but I didn't know him before. But I know him now. Now, right, Dave? We know
Wait.
each other now.
Wait, Stella. Are you a little folk? You've got so much personality. I thought you were maybe like 7 feet tall.
I'm not a little folk. I'm just a bit of a vertical disability.
Huh. Maybe I'm not as good a judge of voices as I think I am.
No, I'm sure you're very
Sounds
good at
sorrow.
your job. You can know all the voices, Dave. I'm sure of it. And I just kind of like pat him on his shoulder.
Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying that you're short of it. Now I understand. Now I understand you're short of it. Thank you. Oh, sure. Sure of it. Oh.
Yeah.
He like
yeah.
ruffles in his ears a little bit. He's like, I gotta get those checked.
I mean,
Well,
they're your best features. So yeah, you should probably keep them in top bell.
Now, Stella, I saw his eyes. Don't say it too fast. Dave's got some pretty eyes. We have to find you more flowers.
honestly, I like the whole package.
See?
Dave, I think you've got a lot going for you.
Feel like
Typecast
you
Dave,
did.
just in the right place at the
Have
right
you tried
time.
modeling, Dave?
What?
If we start getting like pictures of the guild around, we'll have you in front, just like posing. You know, it's for the future, Thelen. Think about it.
Like that place, like Abercrombie and Fitch. I couldn't think of anything to put it in the past. Yeah, there's dudes. Yeah, there's dudes up front. With yeah.
Amber Zombie and Finch. Yeah.
Amber Zombie and Finch.
Nice.
Finches.
So good.
I feel like I lost the plot somewhere. Okay, so Dave, you were going to see the Gilded Scale Guild to find work. We intercepted you, and now you work here. Was there anything else? And you have this note that now Sarah was reading from her father. Yes?
I mean,
That's where we are right now?
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
to me, it was just sort of a piece of rolled up
Right.
paper.
You were handed a scroll by a mysterious, fast-talking small voice that you think was small, but might not be.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. And we read the note. And remind me what it said. I got very caught up in the height differences of sounds.
He
So
was
the letter-
an enforcer.
Right, the enforcer.
It's a job opportunity for someone of stature, and I look at Stella,
Oh, nice, Dave.
who might be useful in negotiations as a deterrent.
All right.
Fufu, you secretly a princess here too.
Wouldn't be surprised. You run away from your kingdom to join the circus?
We
Tale
got
as old as
nobility
time.
standing right next to us too.
No. I had lived as a very good forest gnome, and now I am here to entertain.
Really forget how many of you are from the forest. Just out of the
Oh,
woods.
that's right. Yeah.
Thelen looks from the couch where he's still sitting beside Zavaya, and he goes, "No, seriously, it's like an epidemic. There's so many of you that are from the forest. I didn't
Just wander
realize.
out of the woods.
I did not realize that foresting was like an adventurer necessity."
It's
Don't
a
look
lot
at
of
me.
trees.
I'm from the city.
Probably that's why.
Everyone kind of
Oh, yeah,
one was
I'm-
different.
I mean, but we had a village. It was nice. It wasn't like there was a lot of good things there. We were just hidden in the forest.
Are you all from the same forest?
That's a good question.
That's a very good question.
Above
See,
table.
they don't
No,
ask
no, the
about
fuck
these
you're
things.
not.
I'm from the woods. I'm from the woods, and no one's like, "Oh, you're from the..." No, it just doesn't come up.
Nope,
Mm,
different
I'm-
woods.
Is this like, I'm gay, you're gay. Oh, do you know
Right.
my other friend who's also gay? It's like, is this full on?
Except in that situation, it's much more likely than in this case.
My sister's
Honestly.
friend's gay, you know?
There are multiple woods
The gay community is much smaller
than the forest.
than the forest community.
Forest.
We got a very, very good system of communication to the forest.
Is it the forest, or at this point after the gay community, is it the for us community?
Very good,
Right.
Tofu. I like that one.
Okay, well, we have an inn, potentially. We have a way in to directly straight to my father. I probably can't do it unless I can find a disguise of some kind, but
We just go in
I
and beat
mean-
them up. Is that what we're doing?
Actually, Sora, can you roll me a quick
Tempting.
history check?
me?
I mean,
Yeah,
Zavara
sure.
is very opposing.
Oh, Zavara. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you. I think you're rolling, but I'm
Oh,
just
was it
saying
me?
I'll punch him in the face repeatedly.
So
Who
did
did
you
you
say
want to roll
Zora or Zavara is doing the roll?
Soro.
Sorry.
Soro.
I know. We have so far we have Soro, Zavara, Zavaya, Stella,
Via.
And Lewis.
It's Lewis, and Connacht. Although it does look like Kuanakata.
19.
There are those that call me
Ooh.
Kuanakate.
Look, I love it. 19.
19.
Okay, so then, are you ready for a very depressing piece of lore?
Hit me.
Your father has not seen you since you were 3 years old.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
Sure. That makes
Absent.
sense.
He
Correct.
has not cared.
Yeah, why the fuck is my mother still with this guy? Oops, are we past the word ban?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're
Definitely.
Oh.
yes, we're way past. Way past.
Almost like a D4 of damage there.
Yeah.
That was
Hey, when
close.
you're your class, that's every point counts.
So your
I think-
father
I
has
think we can still add a little bit of a disguise to Sorrow, though, like a little bit of pop of color, because
Oh.
she probably still has her father's features somewhere.
Oh, absolutely. The elven half of Sorrow
Yeah.
resembles her father almost like a mirror.
This half is tiefling, that half is elf. I'm kidding.
You're not
one
kidding now. That's canon. No, no, just kidding. Yes. So your father has kept your mother like a paid plaything, and your mother is so on the string because the money has allowed her to take care. It hasn't fully hit the absentee father because she's been feeding off of the crumbs he's allowed her to have. So she feels like there's a relationship there in whatever messed up capacity. And on top of that, he's still been financially providing for you your entire life.
Okay. Okay.
So you've never been without because of him,
Yeah.
but he's never seen you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe look, maybe if I disguise my ears a bit or change my skin color a little.
I'm sure Stella can help you with that. She looks excited. Look at her.
Stella, makeover time.
I start pulling out like all my colors and my scarves and flowers, and let's get started.
Oh my god.
I need an artist to draw Stella giving Sorrow a makeover in the most gaudy way possible. Just like big primped bows, maybe an entire
God.
I
hair
I only
shape.
know
yeah.
carnival style, so
You're
bright
looking
colors.
like a
Just a
1980s
cat.
pageant princess.
Oh
tiger.
my god.
Just
Yep.
Bright
Like tiger
colors,
face paint, yeah.
ruffles, fruit fingers.
Yeah.
just the little
God.
bubbly gnome, absolutely like bubble popping Sorrow the Blood Hunter, the half elf, half tiefling,
Pixie pop.
pixie pop.
Oh my
I
God.
need it. I need to see this art so bad.
Stella,
Well,
are
there-
you sure about these big pink bows on my horns? I'm not entirely sure that they fit.
Oh, they look fabulous. Fabulous. Yes. More bows, actually.
Oh, okay. I just let her do a thing.
As she's doing this, I'm just playing like a montage in the background.
Makeover, makeover.
Wait,
they're doing-
wait. No.
Popular. You're gonna be.
Right. Yeah. There it is.
That was
Yeah.
a good one. But for me, I had makeover day. I'm gonna do you up and I'm gonna say
Oh, I see.
this is
What's
just the
that
way
from?
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
It's the
Take on Me, yeah.
Take on
Oh,
Me.
gotcha.
Took a second.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
It's just revved up.
yeah. Except instead of take on me, it was make over in my head.
Yeah.
While they're doing the makeover scene, I will go over to Zavaya and just kind of get on her level and flash her a big smile and go, "Don't worry, Miss Zavaya. Clearly, such a kind person should not be treated this way, and we will make it right."
And
Just give her
from as a tiefling, she looks to you and thumbs along
Oh,
her
yeah.
horn. And then she looks down, looks up, and says, "I do appreciate that, Zabara. And maybe it's a dialect thing, but it is Zvaya."
Zavaya. Yes, I'm from Iron Wells. Yes,
I
you
appreciate.
understand.
I appreciate your attempt.
Miss Vaya, excuse me.
And then she goes, "You are handsome, though."
Oh, thank you. You're quite lovely yourself. We'll love to talk to you again after we deal with this man in your life.
She looks down. She goes. She looks down. She looks up. She says, And then she pulls a fan sort of out of her pocket, fans it out, and starts flapping at her face ever so slightly. Exactly like June. And Zamara!
It's a tiefling thing.
Literally both tieflings had a fan in hand. Like, I can't.
Yeah, one within reaching distance.
That's it. That's it. Anybody who plays a tiefling on my channel from now on has to have a fan.
It's a tiefling thing. You wouldn't understand. I make eye contact with Zvara and like nod and give him a wink. Like,
Yeah, flash you a smile, wink back.
Cool. Alright.
Just keep talking. Like, just try to be charming in a passionate way.
Felon, meanwhile, is sitting there watching you do this, getting deeply uncomfortable. And he just goes, in the politest way possible, the job is outside the guild.
Oh, Felon. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot you were here. Yes, as soon as we're ready, I think Sarah's just finishing up. Stella's handiwork will be done soon.
Ta-da!
What do we get, Stella? How did you dress Sora?
Oh yeah, yeah. Describe this.
I've put bows in both of her horns and
How big
nice
are these bows?
bright pink ones, and then we placed a pretty bright scarf over around her neck and tied it up, and
Hiding the
to
cots, very
kind
smart.
of cover up her ears a little bit. We've stuck some flowers, some roses, like a little flower crown around them there, and put her in like this floofy pink, not pink, but like brightly colored.
Dude, just killing her.
Brightly colored ruffled extra dress that I happen to carry around me just in case things happen during a
Think Kaylee.
performance. You never know. And like it's kind of put over the clothes she's wearing because
dress
it's a little small. Yeah, it's a bit small since it was really mine.
so it's like a ball gown on you, but it's a mini skirt on me, basically.
Yeah.
At best.
So it's like a little
was-
mini skirt. Yeah, so we have to put it over your clothes so that you're not like naked.
I was thinking like Kaylee in Firefly when they're going
Oh,
to the
yes.
party and he buys
Yup.
that big frilly dress.
Oh, sure.
Like yeah,
It's
That's
the
kinda
old
what I was
suit with the
picturing.
tutu, yeah.
yeah.
I have a tutu on my shelf. It's black though, so it doesn't quite fit. But I do have a tutu.
With the makeup, you could totally do Black Swan.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
we need a prom
And then
game now.
I put like glitter eyes on her, like bright sparkly glitter eyes and a nice bright lip.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sure Sarah
Sorry.
was stuck. Ah, it's so bright.
Sora Sora
So
has the
pink.
1,000-yard stare. She's just like,
Just angelic
this is my
glow.
life now.
Meanwhile, Dave
Nobody's-
goes, "You smell great."
Oh yeah, he can't see what's going
We're
down.
gonna have to work on that
Stella
one, Dave.
changed-
That's
Did Stella change my smell too?
Oh, she spritzed
Just a
you. up.
little spritz, that way.
freshly baked cake.
Like
Spin
now
Smell like
people
pastries.
can't see how sorrow you were, and then they also can't smell how sorrow you were. Now you're new sorrow.
Joy.
Fair
Or
enough.
I would say. Yeah.
Some might say morose.
Jovial.
somewhat morose.
Okay,
Melancholy.
Melon.
Yeah.
I like melancholy. That works.
Yeah, it
Melancholy.
looks very happy.
Codename
Boy,
melancholy.
she's sad.
Well, let's do this, I suppose. Does the scroll say where to go to find Evandros?
So the scroll does, in fact, give a location. Oddly enough, not in the upper ring where the guild actually is, but in the middle ring.
Oh.
Before leaving, I'm gonna grab a couple
Okay.
of items from our last score.
For sure. Which ones are you picking up?
All right. I'm gonna grab the thread. I'm gonna grab the cloak. I'm gonna grab the silver bell. And
Did Eli take the cloak?
Yeah, I thought Cornelius took the cloak.
hey, cloak is gone. And then we're gonna grab the crystal apple.
That one's risky.
Which I'm gonna let you know is apple-sized, not apple-shaped.
Just imagine the Adventure Time apple that Tree Trunks bites and gets transported to a
Oh, yeah.
portal.
Although
Another
the
dimension.
the fact that you have since said that it is a crystal apple many times does make me want to say that it is actually a crystal apple. Ah, fuck it. You know what? No, it's shaped like a crystal apple now. Yeah, that's fine. That works
All
for
right.
me.
I mean, that's still apple size.
That is correct. It was just meant to be like sort of in a palm. Oh,
All right,
Scorpio, you have missed a ton.
So much, my buddy.
So, I don't even wait. Can I recap it in 5 sentences?
Good luck.
Sure.
Okay.
Good luck.
Wait, can I do? No, let's try to do 10 words or less. Found Sorrow's mom. Takeover of guilds. Makeover. Flirting. Chaos. Yeah. 10 words.
Those are 10 words.
Pretty much it. Posted? Something was posted?
It was. I don't know what the channel where it was or anything else.
I'm not
Anyways,
sure. But like that's really exciting. I like when things are posted. Also, I got another good boy.
Hooray!
Yay!
I
So I'm gonna pocket
am
the
the goodest
thread.
boy.
I see it. It's
Someone
in
who's
the
not
art.
necessarily magical can get the crystal. Someone who's good with intuitions should get the silver bell. Come on, hands up.
Somebody who's not really magical could have the crystal.
Yeah.
What does the
What-
crystal do
what's
again?
it do? Yeah.
It shoots
Uh,
firebolt at half strength and fireball if you're feeling spicy.
Oh, I'm not magical very much at all.
You want it?
I mean, I kind of am. So go ahead.
Sure, sure, I'll
Alright.
take it.
Cool. So silver bells.
That's for
Who's-
intuition.
Yeah, who's good at intuitions or at least wants
insight
to
and
calm
shit?
things
Insight?
down?
Calm things down, not me. No. Ugh.
I mean, with like magic, I can.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, you'll
this
take it.
isn't. You're gonna be able to do it more.
Ooh.
Right on then. I'll take the bell.
Cool.
Which
And I took the thread.
which
Yeah.
channel is that stuff
Oh,
in?
in the art Discord of the Maistri Anord. Oh, or no, something else. I'm
Oh.
sorry. I was thinking of a different thing.
Oh my god, the makeover! Oh god,
Right,
yes,
that's in that.
that's amazing.
Anyways, cool. I don't know if these items are going to be permanently on our characters, but before we leave, feels like a good little addition to have on our equipment as our equipment.
Is the equipment somewhere in Discord?
So it's in the art, right?
No, that was something else.
Oh, sorry.
Was it
Yeah, because I
Citadel
remember
shopping?
seeing it.
Citadel
Chaos Master?
shopping?
Maestrix?
I apologize. I was distracted by the art, which was really good. Okay.
I was just trying to find the items.
Yeah.
I know I saw it somewhere.
Yes.
Which channel
Yes.
is it
Yes.
in?
Yes. It was in the player chat. My laptop again is not opening anything, so very frustrating. But I will use my phone, which is right here because my phone works fine.
Oh, I found it.
Okay. Perfect.
Sorry,
you
I found
pin
it now. Thank you. Now,
No. Okay.
once I was looking in the right chat. Okay.
Yes. The Crystal of the Forgotten Flame. It is
Oh,
a
there we go.
wondrous item. This delicate crystal, about the size of an apple, holds within it a flickering flame that never seems to burn. The crystal's flame casts a gentle, soft glow and feels unnaturally warm to the touch. It has several mystical uses. Effects. The crystal can be used to cast the Firebolt cantrip once per turn, but the damage is halved, so 1d6, and the flame does not produce smoke or heat. Once per long rest, the crystal can be activated to cast Fireball at its base level, with no material components, though the Fireball appears as an ethereal magical flame rather than a traditional fiery explosion. The crystal regains its energy after a long rest.
Pretty cool.
And then who took the bell?
I did.
Perfect. Then the bell is the Echoing Bell. This small silver bell resonates with a soft, melodious tone when struck. When attuned to the Echoing Bell, you can use an action to ring it, causing it to emit a sound that can be heard clearly up to 300 feet away. The bell's tone grants a sense of calm and clarity. Once per day, you can cast Calm Emotions without using a spell slot in a 30-foot radius centered on the bell's location. Additionally, once per long rest, the bow can be used to cast Detect Thoughts with a duration of up to 1 minute without expending a spell slot. The bell's mystical vibrations allow you to sense faint traces of thought and intention in the area.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
Okay.
I
we're
don't
good
know
to go.
Sorrow's handle, so I can't add her. But yes.
Oh, in my handle in
Into
Discord. Linen and Spice should be able to get me.
Oh, we should get like a rickshaw or something, and then I can like pick it up and pull us around. But with the horseshoes, we go really fast, maybe.
Yeah, but we gotta put him on the horse. And
No, I'd be the horse. It'd be wild.
You want to be the horse?
Well, if it was like rickshawing, you know,
You know
Oh, I
what's kind of
suppose.
funny?
like I pull the thing. What's that funny, Dave?
I think Awuga was a horse once.
I think.
Oh.
Oh. I know she said she had a friend that was a horse.
But like,
Well,
Was
we'll
a
just-
horse?
we'll just get the other gem, and then we'll get the rickshaw. Perfect. It's fine.
Okay.
Or use it now and give it to Uga later.
No, we can leave it. It's fine. It's just the middle ring. It's not too far.
Speaking of which, shall we?
Oh yes, yes.
Well, I guess we go to the middle ring, to the location.
as you leave, Zavaya quickly runs up and just throws her arms over your shoulders, Sora. And she goes, I know I don't get a chance to see you as often as I'd like, but I'm so glad to see that you're doing well for yourself and have such amazing friends.
Thank you, Mother. Well, I'll have you over for dinner soon, so I can introduce you to Nimue.
Well, it's easy to find me. I just sort of stayed. Any house that doesn't seem to be occupied down here in the lower ring, you can just find me down here eventually. It's not too hard. Nobody seems to care where you stay in the lower ring. It's sort of a saying.
Alan.
Okay.
Thelen, come on.
We're going to have a talk about this. Thelen, there are accommodations here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would my mother be able to stay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mum, you have a home now.
She looks at you, she goes, I can stay here? And she looks around at the lounge and the bar. She goes, no, this is like an upper ring establishment. There's no way. No, I can't stay here. I would dirty the place up. No.
Fallon, earn her
Stay here
keep.
for now?
Get her to stay.
Thelen walks up and he goes, how, Zavaya, if I may call you Zavaya. And she goes, well, that's what everybody calls me. And he goes, yes, well, it's lovely, as we've already been talking, and I'm Thelen, the guild master. Yes, Thelen, of course, you're the one who I gave the job to. And he goes, now, your daughter, Sorrow, she, actually is a member of the guild hall here. I don't know whether you know that. She goes, my daughter's in a guild? And he goes, yes. The fun fact about this guild, though, is there is actually a bed assigned to the guild members right here, and you believe in yourself, do you not, Savaya? You're quite a capable woman. You are a seems. I'm a housekeeper, sir. A housekeeper. I was just about to say that. You look exactly like a housekeeper. And she goes, "You flatter me too much, Thelen." And then he goes, how about this? It's not a charity if you do work to earn your keep, correct? So how about you tidy up a little bit, look after the lounge and maybe the dormitory downstairs, and I chip you a few silvers per day and provide you a bed. That that would be fair, would it not? And she goes, a few silvers a day, Sir Thelen. So, I would be honored. And you just see her pull up her sort of tattered skirts because she's not dressed very well, and she does her best approximation of a curtsy. And she goes, oh, my daughter will be thrilled when she finds out that I'm making several silvers a day. Have you ever met her? She's this lovely young lady. Oh, you would love her.
Over her head as she's curtsying, I'm just like to Thelen, just
He gives you a nod, and he goes, maybe we get a cleric to come check on her. Okay.
idea.
And he goes, just this way, Zavaya. I actually, just recently, I had a few people break in. She goes, oh, the horror. You wouldn't think. And he goes, I know, right? I just, let's talk. And then as he's kind of ushering her away, he goes, you don't owe me, but like...
I owe you.
And then they...
Goodbye, Miss
talk.
Savaya.
As
Bye, Mom.
Zabaya's walking past us, I slip 10 gold into her pocket.
Ooh. Don't
Oh,
forget that
that's so
cask
sweet.
of food. The magical one we found. That's good for the saving money.
It is, and Thelen literally kind of like sets by goes around and he goes, you don't mind leaving the cask here, right?
Oh, no, I'm not taking it. I'm not going
Good.
that far.
Well, then consider yourselves and anybody else who needs to stay here consistently and always fed. Okay. For those people at home, they found a cask of endless supplies. And once per day, you can pull out rations that last magically and are sustained, both of food and water, to sustain up to, I believe it was 10 people out of the single cask.
Ooh,
So
damn.
there is enough
pretty good.
rations to constantly feed and or keep hydrated 10 people per day here because of the item that is being left behind.
Amazing. I think as we're walking, as we walk out, I'm just muttering to myself, oh my God, I need to have so many conversations with her. Oh God.
Can I need help. You need to be my
Oh.
travel.
You need
My
uppies?
travel form.
Okay. Let me. So I pick up Stella and I put her on my shoulder.
Ooh, this is even taller. Oh, I can feel the sunshine on my head. Bye, Dallas. See you later. I still got the shiny pin.
And he goes, it looks great on you!
Okay, let's go.
Bye, Dave.
You're like scooting me.
Bye. It was
Actually,
good to
should we
not
take
see
the
you.
pins?
This guy.
Should we take the pins off for this? Actually, do you think so
That's
that
a
we're not
good
traced
idea.
back?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're bad, I don't know. If that jerk is like, I'm not hiring you guys, I'm trying to buy out the guild. Yeah, they wouldn't like that.
Yeah. Yes. I think let's take the pins off. Be prepared. He is a jerk. So
Good to
I don't know what kind of shit he's going to pull, but we'll find out soon.
I'll just pin a flower over my.
You're double pinning it.
Double pinned.
I spent way too long trying to get it off because I got these big meaty fingers that just don't want to get it.
I need some help.
No, I got like yes,
Yeah,
please.
I hand a flower over to Zavara. Here,
Oh.
just use this.
Oh, Daisy. All right.
Canucks is very good at taking undergarments off one-handed, so he's pretty quick to take the.
See, now I have an opposite problem of trying to get the flower on.
You couldn't do one, can't do the other. Just this like 6-foot tiefling struggling to get a daisy onto his chest.
Can you just feed the stem of the daisy down through the pin? Would that work?
Good try.
Oh my!
Lewis, get it. Lewis, fix it.
Oh,
It's going to be
All right.
faster if you do it than me.
all right. Give me a sec.
All right, thank you.
It's like trying to
There
put
we
a
go.
boutonniere on
Oh,
a kid.
good. Okay, thank you. I have a -1 to Dex.
All right.
Sorry, above table. I am so honored to be a DM for you 5 people. And everybody who's been on the Trials of Silver. You make my heart warm. The fact that you all step so solidly into the story in your roles, and it just like, thank you. That's all.
Aw. Well, thank you for gathering us together.
And for leading us through the
There's another
story.
good boy.
Stop it! What, I say one nice thing and then everybody redeems the good boy. Stop it. I can't.
Make it
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're up to 5 good
Riz
boys.
did
now.
it.
6.
6. There we go. 7.
7 in a row. I'm literally turning red. You can see
This is the good boy hype train.
even Shadow. Thank you, Shadow. Okay, all right, okay. I'm gonna. Ooh, I might need to call the breaks. Oh my God, there's like 10. Guys, save your bits for more important things. I can't.
Important. What are you talking about?
I'm just Jordy LaForge. Just
That's
don't.
fun. he's receding into himself.
Oh, okay. Oh, and a team inspo. Okay, sweet. Also, Tofu, how are you doing that?
Ooh.
Effects.
What is that effect? I've seen it twice, and I don't know what it is.
Instead of using channel points, you use bits to use them.
Oh, fancy.
Oh, well, thank you for the bits.
Giving you money.
That's cool.
I really appreciate it. Also, Shadow, thank you for the bits earlier. I noticed that, and you are currently our bit leader, so thank you very, very much. Oh, God, now there's more bits. I don't... Okay, we're trying to tell a story. Stop embarrassing me.
So I noticed we're a little off balance. So I'm like, this isn't gonna work, you guys. So I have to dig in my bag, and I pull out a flower crown, and I stick that on Canuck's head while I'm sitting up there. And then I pull out this string of scarves. You know those scarves that magicians will like.
Oh,
So I'm pulling that out. And then I hand that over to Lewis. Like, wrap that around your waist. And then we're all like got colors and flowers. Now we look like we come from the Silver Nat Guild.
Hell yeah.
Without saying we're from the Silver Nat Guild. Onwards!
Sorry, I was just thinking in her head, oh
She's
my
moving me
God, I
again.
hope my dad isn't put off by all of this.
Onward.
The montage of
Don't
Journey
look at me.
continues, and the camera pans like to the 5 of you making elaborate marching motions, except for Lewis, who was simply just walking like a normal guy. And the rest of you, however, Sorrow kind of stiff-armed, trying to not look like she is skulking, Stella on Connacht's shoulder, and then Zavaro just... I don't know whether you've ever seen the type of motion that I'm going for, but it's El Capitan from Commedia dell'arte, where it's all chest and like narrow hips,
just outward,
just
yeah.
like walking sort of
Absolutely.
like this. as you make your way forward through the town until finally you make your way uneventfully through the gates into the middle ring. And it isn't too long before you notice that the direction you've been called to go is in the southwestern quarter of the middle ring. So not too far. You've ventured from the southeast of the lower ring up through the southern gate, and you need to head southwest. It's taken maybe about an hour and a half worth of travel time, but it's still about 2:30, 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Not too far. Not too late. And as you get there, the note, Sora,
Mhm.
I'm assuming you still have it in your hand.
Yes.
It begins to get warm.
Oh. Like hot? Or like just pleasantly warm?
Make an Arcana check,
Not very good at Arcana.
please.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's still a 19. There you go.
So you know that it's warm right now, but it won't stay warm. It's about to get really fucking hot.
Okay. All right. I take out what do I have in my backpack? I take out some of my thieves' tools. I assume there's like some tweezers or something for working with fine items, and I hold it with something that isn't my skin.
Yeah, and
And just
as you hold it, it begins to singe.
Oh, can I Ray of Frost?
Yeah, absolutely. So you got a Ray of Frost, and how do you manipulate this normally damaging spell so as to not destroy the item?
Oh, instead of my usual Ray of Frost, it's
Just one finger.
kind of like a little
Ray of Frost.
Yeah.
Ray of Frost.
Yeah, it was my favorite. It was so good.
Snowflake.
And yes, so with a single snowflake, you just ever so slightly cool the burning. And then I need tofu. I need you to make an I wish there was an instinct check, but there's not.
Survival?
So
what about like
Sure,
passive
yeah.
perception or something like that?
Or just do a straight wisdom check.
Yeah,
Wisdom check.
we're gonna do a straight wisdom check. So if you could please roll your d20 and then add your wisdom modifier to that roll.
It'll be a 14.
It was a 14 on the die?
No,
Plus
13 on the die plus my modifier.
Oh, amazing. So with a 14, oh yes, Shadow, I do a lot of custom checks because sometimes I don't feel like the rules of D&D 5e quite align with what I actually want to ask of players. So I find my best way to manipulate the rules in a way that affects the scenario best. In this case, the reason I'm asking for an instinct check, and which is being determined mechanically by the players and me as a wisdom check, is because as you cast this small little ping of Ray of Frost, you get struck with a moment where you're thinking, that looks like it needs to be laid flat on another surface.
Taro, do you think could you like unroll that and lay it flat somewhere else?
Sure. I'll crouch down and use my thieves' tools to unroll it flat on the ground.
As you unroll it on the ground, it's not a moment too soon. Just ever so gently bought more time by Stella's Ray of Frost. And as you set it to the ground, you watch as the scroll disintegrates, but a marker remains. And almost like the positioning needle on a compass, it seems to be wavering in direction.
Oh. Is it pick upable?
Do we need to get a shovel?
Yeah.
Do you reach to try and pick it up?
Sure.
As
With
you
the tweezers, though.
as you reach to grab it, it solidifies in a particular direction and scoots 4 inches away.
Oh. Okay, I think we just follow
That's a
it.
neat trick.
It's a pretty
Yeah, that's
classic
pretty cool.
prank. Tie some
like
money
that.
to a string and you just like pull it every time someone tries to grab it. It's a classic.
Well, I guess
Oh,
we're
we
the
are
idiots
the
following the
idiots.
string now. Mm.
That's true. That's what Violet said. She was like, "You guys are slack-jawed idiots," and you're like,
And
I
we're
used to
trying
work
to
with you
help
guys, so-
Violet?
No. We're...
"Not right now," but
Well, yeah,
she was kind of rude. But she did also. She was like stressed out, so you know, whatever.
hmm,
My
No,
job's
she
not
didn't
very
always
stab.
have
slack.
judgment.
She didn't stab me or anything. So
I think that bar is on the floor though, that you know, judging somebody by whether or not they stab you.
a lot of people have stabbed me.
It's true.
I haven't stabbed you. None of
That's
us have
true.
stabbed you.
Not yet. But in that that bar the other day that burned down, I got stabbed like 20 times.
That's a
Excuse me?
lot of stabbing.
I just like start moving armor to show like where I've been stabbed in these fights. Remember the one from the horse, and I like moved the chest down to where it the big bruises from where the centaur lanced me.
Yeah, the
Do you need
centaur.
to go see a cleric?
Nah, I'm good.
Suit yourself. I follow the marker. Just like, whatever, dude.
The marker continues to move, and every time you take a step, it moves a step in a particular direction. And it's quite clear that you are being guided to the final destination magically.
Okay.
Also, I wasn't going to, but I'm sorry, Sam. You need another DM's inspiration for leading
Hooray!
into for leading into those injuries in the most creative way.
I got stabbed so many times. There were so many daggers.
It literally it was. I'm like in my head. I'm like, don't award another. Don't award another. Don't. I was like, fuck it. No, absolutely, he deserves it.
I appreciate it.
So, as you follow the marker, it isn't long before it pulls itself into an alley up the back of a building and sits hesitating just not in front of, but on a door in the middle of the frame. And it immediately turns and points southward towards the ground.
I'll knock on the door after sort of making eye contact with everyone, going, yeah?
Please no, please no,
Okay.
please no, please no. It's under my breath.
Oh.
I knock on the door.
That was really clear knocking. Who was that? Damn. All right. I
A little
legit.
Foley.
No, I had a in real life moment of hello. I was like, I'm 2 doors down in the basement. How is that even a what?
A little Foley.
But the marker turns up horizontally and then seems to somehow be pulled back like a latch, and you just see, you assume to be 2 eyes looking through, and you just hear, yeah.
Hello. Me and my friends are here for a job opportunity.
Nah.
We're supposed to be enforcers. Also tall.
Zvara, do you want to give this a go?
All right. I walk up to the door and just. Poof, poof, poof.
The eyes look you down and up. Yeah.
I heard there was a job. You need an enforcer.
All right. And the door opens.
Well,
Okay.
I jam my foot in the door frame just to make
Well, you
sure
got
it stays
5.
open.
no. Guys, come on, just be normal.
No.
I was normal. He didn't want me normal.
I will hold my tongue. And I'm walking in.
Follows Vara in.
Yeah.
Here I come with my emotional support gnome.
Watch your head on the door.
So the
I have to
first,
duck down a little bit.
as you enter the smoke-filled room, very hazy with crates littered around, 3 or 4 lanterns trying to light this barely 30-foot by 30-foot storage room. You see first the figure that let you in, 5'8", maybe 6 feet if you could possibly stand straight, hunched over, greasy matted brown hair, unkempt beard, sort of dripping down in more of a mustache than a beard, just absolutely overhanging, teeth not taken care of, with the same eyes that you saw through the latch. And he goes, "Some talent. What do you think, boss?" And there's a cloaked figure towards the back of the room. And the voice carries out from the cloaked figure. "Well, as far as things might go, I suppose 5 enforcers will, in fact, be better than 1.
If that's my dad, why is he hot?
It's like, whoa, slow down there, Sarah.
Dude!
It's like, is it the voice? Is that what it's
Like
doing?
mother, like
It's
daughter.
the voice!
What's doing it for you?
The voice.
It's simple
We heard
comparison.
you.
He put the slimy guy next to him, so he seems hotter.
So, we understand you're after enforcers. I believe my companions and I are up for the job.
Have you done much in the way of enforcing?
Definitely done much in the ways of enforcing.
Let's see where I got
Excuse me.
stabbed.
The cloaked head bobs in a way that makes it appear like he's taking a second to look each one of you deeply through your core. And then he pulls the hood back, and you see long, golden, immaculately kept hair that falls just below his chest, framing his shoulders and his chest.
Fucking elves.
Classic.
Aquiline jaw. Prominent nose. Sorry. Prominent nose. And eyes, a brilliant type of color, so crystal clear that it almost seems to lack all color in its entirety and simply reflect the room around it.
This is a guy who's never once had to beg for sex.
Two elongated ears poking out of the framed golden hair. He looks across at all of you and he goes, "Well, either you are going to be the ones who enforce what I need done, or the city will fall apart." And that's where we're going to take a
We
break.
Why did you have to give my dad a hot voice? Come on!
There's so many feelings that I have right now.
It's kept your mom on the hook for fucking moments at a time, like, for years. He's got to be hot.
I mean, my mom apparently has zero self-esteem whatsoever, so let's be real, that's probably not that hard.
Yeah, fixing your mom is another session.
Oh yeah,
she's
that's
she's
gonna be plenty of sessions, therapy sessions.
Sorry, that was brutal. Yeah, so stay tuned. Thank you for being here with us so far so long. We've got a bit more coming just after our break. I just don't want to keep my players sitting around for an hour and a half without giving them a moment to be human. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more. And I'm going to hit a button that says...
Doodah. I see.
All of us
We are
muted
no
or just
longer
Mavericks?
muted at all. It's...
Aw.
Yes. It's sad because you missed the chaos of the fact that I messed up and then everybody was overjoyous that I fixed that very quickly. But hey, thanks for staying tuned, focused. What is focused? Does that even exist? This is 2024. I see you giggle, but that just means it's true. So, where we left off, we have entered a shady dark room with a haze of smoke cloud in the air, 3 lanterns, boxes everywhere, a cloaked figure that has just revealed himself to be some sort of Adonis type high elf. I mean, it's not a not apt description. The type of person of whom he's not even mad at you for staring because he understands.
God damn, this guy has an ego. Do I recognize my dad? I mean, he hasn't seen me since I was 3. Do I recognize him?
Sora, what color are your eyes?
It's a bloody good question. Red.
Does anyone know why sometimes an albino person's... So somebody who's afflicted with albinism, that their eyes appear to be a little bit red?
Lack of melanin in the entire body, typically.
And that
The
can
lack of
cause... It can cause an iris to take on sometimes even a vague purplish hue.
I'm gonna say blood vessels and lack of pigment.
Makes sense.
This elf's eyes are such a fine mutation that they almost seem to be the reflective silver of a mirror. Except when you stare deeply into them, you notice that they do in fact have that silver color. But the more you stare, the more that they seem to almost reflect whatever it is that is around them. And Sorrow, your eyes have an absence, a lack of presence, a similarity, an echo of the fact that a mirror contains nothing but an image. And in your case, rage.
Then
He looks at you all, relaying the last thing that he said. Well, you better be ready to enforce. Because if you aren't, this entire city may crumble.
that's a big statement.
Hello? Did you ask? Did you hear what she asked?
I did not, above table. What did she ask?
I just said, Evangelist, I presume.
He looks you up and down. He goes, yes, that is on the missive that you received. Did you expect duplicity?
No, I just didn't know if we would be dealing directly with you or with some of your minions is the wrong word. Inferiors, let's say.
How was that better?
I look directly at the girl's guy.
Avengers looks at you, Lewis, and he goes, "No, you do have a point. That's not much better, and I don't have inferiors. I do have those who are willing to set aside their own goals to assist me, but I do not view them as inferior."
Good to know. I like to know who I work for.
Can we start talking about the job, or are we just gonna like keep this high tension bridge up, strung up?
He looks around the room and he goes, "Was there tension? Is there something that I should not be aware of? Are you not here for a job?" Do you know of something?
Why does it take so long in between sentences?
What? For me? Or for him?
No, in character.
In character. He's a very, reasonable, measured pace type of character. So it's a deliberate...
Sure.
I said it in character.
And so he looks at you and he goes, "You would have me rush the importance of the matter."
Mike, you muted.
I would not wish to rush matters of importance for both your world and my purse. But please,
This is killing a guy with ADHD, just so
There we
you know.
The anticipation.
Everybody's talking so fucking slow.
Of the thing.
oh my. Okay.
It's the mood you see, the smoke, the dark room. You're speaking so slowly. Can you put the tune on or something? Lighten the mood. Let's talk a little bit. Let our terms. Come on, man. Making me think I have to be on my guard for some reason.
Start playing a cheerful ballad.
Yeah, see, much better. What's that one called?
This is the Heart of the Snake.
Oh, Heart of the Snake. Classic.
You see Avengers nodding his head. It's quite the pleasant tune.
He's a well-known bard.
Do you have a
Dip my
name,
head.
well-known bard?
There are those that call me Connacht.
There are those. Are there those that call you not Connacht? Is it what else are there those that call that you?
I mean, I've been called, "Hey, you, that guy there." That's,
Business terms. Let's not worry about it anyway.
Is he still looking at me?
He is, yes. He's thinking about what you just said to try to not get tied up in that knot you just tied.
Okay, so considering you are all here off of the request, and one of you has deemed my speech a little too elaborate, the basis of what... Sorry, it's the pause. Pauses. I know. I'm sorry. It's deliberate. I'm doing it on purpose.
So dramatic. Yeah, we
I know. The basis of the enforcer role that I was looking for, which initially I thought that I was going to have one of those pneumatic Goliaths answer the summon. But I suppose the 5 of you might make up for the one of them. Maybe. The guilds are corrupt. And at this point, I don't care if you work for them. I have to try and take a risk. Because if there is nothing ventured, then there is nothing gained. And I hope to see that this city does not crumble in my lifetime. I have the gold, or the guild I represent has the gold to buy this city 3 times over. But it wouldn't matter. It won't matter. He starts to lose his confidence a little bit. Which, Sora, you don't expect from him. And his body posture relaxes. And his shoulders almost slump a little bit. And you watch as his perfectly, straight and aligned hair seems to disarray as he drops his head. I barely even understand. People these days seem more interested in faith, talk of dominion, talk of whatever those stupid assholes with the lanterns are in the middle of the night that seem to mete out their justice. It's never just about what the guilds can provide for the city. It's something is happening. And gold isn't quite the language that it used to be. So I need enforcers. I need someone who will somebody who will set the city right. Somebody that I will pay to set the city right.
How do you intend to set the city right?
Can we start with Katara?
Lady Kitara from the Crystal Chalice. You
She
know
seemed
her.
pretty scummy last I saw her.
You know her personally.
I saw her. I don't know about talk to her.
I would not perceive Lady Kitara as any sort of threat to the city.
Damn it. All right. Okay, sorry.
She's one of the most notable healers from the Crystal Chalice Guild. She's provided succor and aid to people of both high status and low status, based purely off of what is expected of someone of her station. She's a high cleric of the Crystal Chalice Guild. Have you heard news to the contrary?
Sometimes people who do their jobs aren't the nicest regardless. And just because you can do your job doesn't mean you're not selfish and greedy. I mean, I'm here for money, so...
I heard she had something to do with that business in the town square the other day.
Oh, do you mean the heretic that was strung up?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, half the people in that crowd were paid for actors anyways.
Exactly.
Paid for by who?
He looks you up and down again and he goes, does it particularly matter who paid them?
Not today. You're right.
No, but it was just my curiosity.
Well, we have a saying, or we had a saying when I was first learning the ropes at the Gilded Scale, that the trail of money is a scent. Once you learn the scent, you're never poor. Not a day again in your life. I have had a knack for that scent, and I can always parse out when people are disingenuous or have been paid. I took a walk by that market circle. I felt like I had no right to be in the lower ring, but I went anyways. I wanted to see the boy. I knew his father, and he was a righteous man. I thought it sad that he was strung up and paraded like a criminal. But it was none of my business, and if he was to die, he was to die.
Would that not have been part of the very corruption that you seek to weed out in the city?
Yes. My issue is that if I act too self-centeredly, too soon, too rashly, or I am seen to personally act on any of this, then my true desire of saving the city may not be realized.
I rolled inside. 17.
He means it. You see a small... It's like being a blacksmith. You're familiar with your own work, and when you've been working on a project and doing something, more than anybody who's walking in and experienced with a good, they might pick up a sword and they might see its quality. Whereas you would see its imperfection. Because you're most familiar with it. And you're witnessing a different type of artisan staring inwardly into himself at a different type of imperfection. And you resonate with that as an artist. There's an air of hurt, of betrayal. A man who was raised and taught and lived his life in a path of gold and glory. And let's be honest, a lot of pussy. I said that just to make you laugh. I'm sorry, chat.
It worked.
And he's sitting here now, unsure. Even a little scared.
Okay. Still don't trust him, and I don't believe it. I understand that everything I'm seeing goes like, oh no, this is real. But it's like, no, someone you hate is actually being vulnerable or hurt. And you're like, no, he's fucking with us.
Bad people can do good things, and vice versa.
That's how I feel right now.
And bad people can believe they're doing the good things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ends justify the means.
Mm.
All right, sir. Well, what would you have us do as your enforcers?
He coughs a little bit down and he goes, "Yes, that is right. You have over and over extended that you would like to talk the offer. Here." And he throws from behind him a sack onto the floor that lands with a heavy thud. And that is 1,000 gold. And I think it's time. By all of my estimation, I think it is time that you go make sure that the head of the Diamond Spire Guild stops talking. In fact, if you could crumble that entire institution to the ground, perhaps we might have done some good for the city.
I love it. I'm all for it. Can you elaborate on why destroying this guild would be good for the city?
Well, the Diamond Spire, overall, they are the ones who are responsible for the architecture, engineering, and construction in the city. That also means that they know every in and every out. There have been far too many who have been, dare I say, finding the holes in the architecture and leaving with the souls of the people inside. And there's something about those fuckers with the lanterns. Have you seen their like? Cloaked, chanting, each a lantern in hand.
They interfered briefly, yes.
Yes, we saw them.
Above the table, I don't think I have. Was that when did that crop up?
It
Stole
was-
my goddamn kill.
Yeah.
When we were dealing with the ruffians, they kidnapped 2 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They just like
Oh,
appeared in and bamfed out.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
A group of figures sort of, yeah, I'm gonna say teleported because that's what it looked like. They teleported in, each of them cloaked, hooded, holding a lantern, in circle around 2 bandits, and some sort of magical effect happened in the circle that these figures had encircled and effectively warped the reality of these figures, where they like bent and broke out of shape until finally they dissipated, and then these cloaked figures vanished as quickly as they appeared.
Damn.
Would have Zavara noticed if the lantern we found was similar to the ones from these people?
Zara did actually ask that during the session, and it is not. It is not similar.
Okay. Sorry.
No,
The
no.
guys with the cloaks. But
No,
yeah,
it's fine.
That's perfectly reasonable. Yeah.
So I'm happy to have been asked again. I'm just mentioning that, like, in the past, Zavara
Yeah.
did know this already. That's all.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a bad question. I will answer all of them at all times because lore is confusing, and I'm happy to keep repeating myself. I mean,
Back
me,
in character.
another reason to talk. A+. Back in character.
Back in character. I personally have not seen the figures with the lanterns. I believe some of my compatriots have. Would you like us to investigate that directly?
You can. My problem is more that they find you more than you find them. And if they do find you, well, then you're never seen again.
So, Mr. Pretty Eyes, sir,
Yes.
you want us to the leader of that Diamond Guild because he's telling everybody where all these secret ins and outs are? Is that what you're saying they're doing? Like, if they're building stuff, but you want us to silence the leader, so Stella's not getting this.
I am asking you to enforce what this city needs. Structure. People who are willing to follow by the old code.
Old code, okay, yep. Mm-hmm.
He looks over at the greasy guy and he says, "Get out." And in no uncertain terms, he leaves and he shuts the door behind him and he goes, "I'm asking for you to help me establish Citadel back the way that it was meant to be. Back under the care of the old gods."
Oh, shouldn't we keep the guild since they build the stuff?
It's about getting them to do what he wants them to do.
Which is why I'm trying to figure out why he wants us to silence them.
It just means beat them up, and then when so he can come in and be like, "You do what I say, or else I beat you up again."
It's about control. If you take control of all of the power centers of the city, that allows you to do your plans.
Are any of you born to Citadel?
No.
I was, yes.
Were you raised on the stories, then, of High King Ashfir Prior?
Above the table, yes?
Yeah, you would have. So Ashfir Prior
Okay.
is the commoner who was raised to be king. When the city of Citadel was founded, Ashfir Prior was a commoner who assisted in all day, every day, whatever aspect. If there was something that needed to be done and Ashfir was nearby, he was putting his own needs aside and helping. He dug in the trenches, he fought with masonry, he cooked, he cleaned, he looked after the sick and the wounded. And when finally Citadel was built, he was recognized by his peers and elevated to be king because of all of the service that he had achieved. And he continued this service in his reign as king. But the monarchy, as you may know above table, has not held and is not in Citadel, as it is currently led and helmed, if you will, by the Theocratic Council, which has been in charge for thousands of years. In front of you is a royalist, someone who still believes that not only the old gods, but the monarchy should in fact be in charge of Citadel. So he continues and he says, High King Prior followed the old god of messengers, Lot, until they found this hill And on his whim, they built it. And not for me, but for my bloodline, I would like to see the monarchy restored. 2,000 years ago, those of the name Prior were tired of being murdered and slaughtered for their royalty, perceived brutality.
Where are the priors now?
You're looking at him.
I am. I also need this syringe.
But this thing? This thing.
Now there should be a syringe there.
That's not what it sounds like.
For health
He said
reasons.
nothing.
This interruption is brought to you
Yeah,
by
may I-
drugs.
Yeah,
What's
may
happened?
I make
What
a
have I
religion
done?
check?
You may absolutely make a religion check.
It's specifically on the name Prior, which to Sam is a religious word. That's a crit. How does a 22
Ooh.
do?
Oh yeah, it does great.
So I'm feeling there is a hole in the story based on the name of the first king. Prior being first, sure, but it's also very religious in its connotation.
So, in this particular case, the name of Ashfir Prior is quite literally just the name of the commoner and who was then made to be king.
Sure.
So there's no additional
Religious context
to like a priory, so to speak.
Sure. That's kind of where I'm drawing it from.
Yes, but in this case, the religious aspect and the Theocratic Council happened thousands of years after Ashfir's life.
Right. Okay. So there's no real connection there.
Correct.
Okay. Got it. Great. To Zavar, this kind of just sounds like a story. Like, I want to burn these guilds down because of the story, rather than because I have a claim.
Because I am king.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was getting to.
Yeah. Okay.
I should be king.
Right.
He says that aloud.
I do not disbelieve you. If you are to be stationed as king, people will want proof. Do you have such proof?
I do. It wasn't until after Ashfir was raised by the commons, because he believed that he was one of them up until the day that he died. And in some way, despite my wealth, I believe the same. But the mark of the Prior family was said that the true heir, the next High King, would be the one to claim it on his own. And to be High King, you must be able to stand on your own above others. And in my case, and you see as he unfurls the cloak and it rolls down past his shoulders, two bright white feathered wings unfurl from his back and spread out to fill the chamber. And his eyes blare with a brilliance. And he goes, I am able to rise above others. And this is the mark of the High King. The wings of the messenger god Lot.
I pick up the bag of gold. I think that's been there.
No one picked it up.
Believe what you will.
Yeah. Does that look? Would that look like proof, or just that they are from a messenger god?
I'm waiting until this is over to roll a history check.
For sure.
He says, believe what you will. I have told you nothing but the truth. And I've shared with you my concern for the city and what I believe needs to be done. I've even paid you for it. You can choose to go do the job. You can choose to leave me. You can leave me to whatever devices I suppose I can muster beyond you enforcers. But it's time that Citadel began to shake. Take the gold. There's the door. If you wish to find me, and I will be masquerading as my normal self. Avanders High Hall. In the guild.
Any sort of code word you want us to say to anyone so you know it's us? Or just ask for Avanders High Hall.
He raises his hand in front of him and he says, "It's not a word, per se. But do you accept the job?"
I do. And I'll walk up and take his hand.
He brushes his fingers just across the intersection here between your thumb and your index. And as he does, the skin there almost seems to become a opalescent scale. And as he pulls his fingers away, it resets to skin. And then he says, "When you do this," and he gestures with his hand, and on his hand, his entire skin seems to pull back with that opalescent sheen, his entire body rippled with the scales along his arm. When you do this, the scale shows just in that tiny section of your hand. It says, "That will show you as someone to be trusted."
All right.
So this mark
I
any
also-
big spells, any big hammers that they have, maybe make sure the bodyguard, any of that stuff, or
He looks at you and he says, "Well, they are a well-equipped guild. Several mages are quite high up in their ranks, as they've determined it is much faster these days to build through magic than it is through skill. Although the head of the guild is still simply a master mason. Beware of spells as well as hammers. And bad attitudes."
Knock. Sorry, my guy, your attitude's got to change.
Oh, you're speaking to me. Yeah. Sure.
I love your input. Thank you.
Does anybody else accept the mark?
Oh no, marks aren't for me.
I will. I
He-
put my hand out.
He reaches forward, applies the same maneuver.
I will. Reach my hand out.
He reaches forward. For a moment, instead of his hand touching the top of yours, it sails beneath it. And as he's looking at it, he goes, "Huh. If you were another person, I would have said I know these hands. Oh well." And then he marks his fingers along and graces you with a gift.
Stella?
I have like some kind of other device because that Stanley thing just doesn't really fit my look.
Do you have a pin?
Feather, maybe.
I've heard pins are all the rage.
Pins can be passed from person to person.
It's true.
He looks at the two of you who are refusing the mark, and he says, "If you are with one of the marked ones and they vouch for you, that should be enough."
Yay!
Hey. All right. Well, pleasure meeting you. Let's go, guys.
He sits back down
Grab the gold.
and he pulls the cloak up around his shoulders and he goes, "Please be mindful. I've never been more scared than in the past few years where these lanterns have been gatekeeping the night. There are so few left of my Nephilim.
You have more?
Other than you three marked? I believe there are 7 of you total.
Should we know who they are?
If you complete this job, I shall introduce you.
The job of destroy the Diamond Spire Guild. All right.
Just out of curiosity, the destruction of the guild will create a power vacuum. One that others will, besides yourself, will be interested in filling. Wouldn't this just create more problems?
The gilded... I mentioned that my guild has enough gold to buy the city 3 times over.
You do.
That might have been an understatement. There is no power vacuum that we cannot supply and recruit from outside of Citadel or within it to fill it with those of a less faithful demeanor.
Less theocratic, shall we say?
No, they want the autocratic.
Well, the Theocratic Council has kept the city stagnant for the last 2,000 years. Some of us wish to see it grow.
Just out of curiosity, if you were to become High King, what would your intentions be with regards to the lower city and the conditions in which people live?
And that's simple. Ashfir believed that everyone was equal. I have, and the guild, I guess I should relay that it is the guild's money and not mine personally, but I believe I would be able to maneuver those resources to equalize the status of those less fortunate with at least those in the middle ring. But my hands have been tied by the Theocratic Council, and they have balked my every request to do so. You see, it does the religious kind good for people to be left looking for an answer.
You are not wrong. Well, unless we have a discuss, I believe we have a job to plan.
All right. Well, it's been great. Thank you for the work. We're happy to have it. We'll just see ourselves out.
He gestures.
Thank you. I
On
pick
our
up the
way
bag of
out-
gold.
I'm gonna like pull out a flower, one of those magician flowers, and I'll hand it to him. Don't be afraid. We're all afraid. We can all be afraid together. Let's go.
He goes
She on
in.
my shoulder again, pushing me to go like.
Or just like kicking you with her heel. Yeah.
If he goes in
Cha!
to sniff the flower, is it
Canucks.
one of those like spray gun flowers where he like sniffs it? And it's like,
No, not a spray gun, but one of those where it comes out of nothing and you see the flowers spring up. Those magician flowers.
oh. Oh wow, you have some skill, little one.
He recognizes talent, boys. Yeah.
And who couldn't? With you right here.
Hey.
I guess we'll leave.
So I
Yeah.
have my Stella and my bag of gold, and I'll be seeing my way out.
Well, for those of you who were there in the room, you can each keep track of the fact that you just each earned 200 gold and a quest.
Yay!
Because there will be more to decipher on a future Trial of Silver. And yes, I'm really sorry it's the second lore session in a row. I do mean for combat to happen, I swear to God.
I love lore sessions.
Yeah, it's great.
I like
As far as
RP.
I'm concerned, it's great.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
We're getting into the meat and potatoes. It's not... I heard a little someone complain that it was all about the Silverknack Guild a couple of sessions ago.
No, it's great.
Who was saying that?
I'm here for the lore.
Wasn't one of us.
Who needs combat?
Yeah, me
Me,
too.
yeah.
Get that shit out here.
That was
We have
good.
emotional
mean,
stakes. We
we,
got a
uh,
dad who wants to be king.
Oh, we gotta talk about this Sorrow. Like, oh, what's Sorrow thinking
Oh,
right
yeah.
now?
I mean,
Yeah.
I got
bad-
to do a
bad man.
makeover for Sorrow, so
Right.
I'm not complaining.
Bad man doing
Okay.
this.
Hang on. All right, I
Yeah.
said I was going to roll history.
Yes.
All right, 19. So there's a few things. Number one, he said the monarchy was thrown out because of apparent brutal behavior. Which usually,
Alleged brutality.
yeah. Alleged
I can
brutality.
speak to that. Talk to Zavara about alleged brutality of the old gods.
Right? So to me, that sounds like utter bullshit on its face. That's one thing. And then the other is, in terms of history, is it true that he was a just king? And that, no, sorry, he made it sound like he believed he was one of the people until the day he died. He makes it sound like the king was assassinated and didn't die of old age or some other natural causes, like on a battlefield somewhere else.
Okay, so then the answers to those questions are: A, the alleged brutality wasn't actually to the Pryor family specifically. There were about 1,000 or so years of Citadel's history where the monarchy developed and grew, and the children of the royal family branched out, and it obviously became more of a family tree. So the cousins, a few generations down, started a political feud and fought for the throne. The brutality was the intermingled, like, political intrigue and killing of that era between the royal families. That's, like, common knowledge for before the theocratic times. Like, if you were to go to any library and pick up a book on history, you'd be able to... It'd be like the first chapter. So the alleged brutality that was set to rights by the Theocratic Council stepping in and like calming everything down, that's legit. That actually happened. But it suppressed the royalty, and to actually set in the Theocratic Council, the royalty was, I'm gonna say in air quotes, encouraged to leave. Whether this plane or this city is entirely separate. Secondly, that Ashfear Prior, the High King, the first High King of Citadel, believed himself to be of the people until the day that he died. The implication there is that he lived to an old age. He was the first High King, and he lived during a peaceful era, and he was, in fact, a model and high just king. he looked after the city. He believed in equal treatment. There was no, like, no such thing as racism, equality, water and food
I loved
for
you
all.
until the day I died because you literally loved that person until you literally died. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
so he loved the city and the people, and he upheld them and their goals until the day that he died at an old age. So Evandris, talking about being the heir of the prior family, which, I mean, I guess that's kind of a joke in itself.
Yeah.
It's unintentional. But an heir to the prior royalty is that there was a prophecy, if you will, that one would come to reclaim the monarchy, and he would be shown in the signs of, etc., etc., and Evandris has shown the wings of Lot.
Okay. 2 questions. Did I know about the wings? Or is that brand new information to me?
You did not.
Okay. Second question,
Kicking-
how's...
I was gonna say, time to kick in your mom's door and say, "What the fuck, mom?"
Right. We gotta have a conversation with her. Second question, the prophecy. The prophecy was rather non-specific about somebody who, I think the wording that was used was somebody who must be able to stand on their own above others. Is that so? There's nothing in there about Lot or about wings or any symbolism specifically?
So that's because it was loosely conveyed in a conversational way. That's not the full
Okay.
prophecy.
Right. Okay. All right.
So that's, you can put a pin in that in your notes, and you can say, like, explore the prophecy later if you would like. We can get back to that
Yes,
at a later
please.
time. Any other questions? Because we are going to be wrapping up in a moment, but if anybody else wants to field any questions, I'm happy to get them out at this moment.
I had 2. One concerning, and we can explore this in game if it's relevant. Are these signs we have, like, are they divination? Do we think he can, like, listen in or hear what we're saying or anything like that? Or is that something we need to explore in game?
That is something you need to explore in game.
Got it.
I will let you know that unless you have moved your hand in the particular way and held it in the particular way, sort of like up and abreast to
Sure,
to the side of your face,
that chuny.
the kind
The
of
curse in my hand is coming. I can't hold it back. Yeah.
effectively, like,
Yeah.
unless you do that particular motion, that doesn't show
appear.
up.
Right.
Your hand, it just looks like normal.
Okay. And maybe this is another Sam taking a religious thing, but Nephilim being the child of a angel and human. He referred to 3 of us, but my thinking in Nephilim would be sorrow specifically. So I'm just wondering if, when he said that, was that a distinction, or did he mean, like,
These are just my homies.
right? He's
My
just calling
Nephilim.
marked people Nephilim.
Yeah.
What I will give you right now is he is calling marked people Nephilim.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. Whether or not sorrow is like a literal Nephilim.
Yeah.
If this man is an Azamar or something. Yeah.
Well, it's 2 more little tiny questions about that. My marking thingy looks the same as everybody else's marking thingies, right? There's nothing special about it.
Correct. Although he did
Okay.
hesitate, and
Right.
I will give you that
Yeah.
him looking at your hands, he recognized the
Recognized my
hands
mum's
of your
hands.
mother.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Do I have any half siblings from him that I know of? Like, because he is married to someone else right now. Oh, okay. So I don't know. Fantastic. All right. Cool.
That's more to be discovered.
Watch
So
this
I've
space.
seen
Next
those
floor
hands before.
session. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's been a really fun time. There's lots of lore. We tell cool stories over at Maistri and Anord. I have been your humble
Yeah, we
we do. I have been your humble yet not so humble master of chaos. He who shall be named, Mazrix, and a humble co-creator of Maistri and Anord. And you've seen my other half. She's popped up a few times. But let's have my players say goodbye. Tell you where you could find them other than the channel, which Discord shall be in the just Discord. I mean, that would be gross. Come on, guys. Like, in chat, like I would tell you later that your girlfriend is technically your half sister.
It's very Game of Thronesian to add that at the end.
Yeah,
of the,
that
after all the
better not
relationship
happen, Mazrix.
development.
No.
That better not happen.
It's
Every time.
canonically will not happen. I will not.
Thank
I
you.
would vomit.
I'm not going to
Thank
introduce
you.
that.
I will say that now. I would vomit.
Safe.
You are safe.
Thank you.
But
Oh,
yeah.
thank God. All right.
So, oh yeah, stick around for a raid after the show. We're gonna do a raid, but we gotta have people say goodbye first. So, I get very passionate about people sticking up and standing up for themselves. So, let's have my oddly quiet bard, who's not normally quiet, but like, let's have our quiet bard today talk up.
All right. Well, hey, I'm Mike. I play Canuck this evening, a human bard. You can also find me on our Discord here, as well as on Shadow Tabletop Gaming, where also I play a lot of different games and some different characters, and I do use different voices sometimes. But you can also catch me on everything on the interwebs as Super Gets, if you so choose to find so.
Super gets.
Back to you, sir.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna go to Stella next, but yeah, talk more. I love your
Okay.
voice.
Well, back in ancient times, there was this thing.
I meant in games. Stella.
I am Tofu Chipmunk. I have played Stella today, and as you have seen amongst our other players today, I leave a little sparkle wherever I go. And you can catch me on Shadow Tabletop Gaming tomorrow, where I get to play Priscilla, the love-lusty cactus. And
Just call her
that's gonna
horny.
be-
You know that's what she is.
Oh, she's very horny. Oh,
Thorny? You mean
always.
thorny?
Thorny.
She's always
Yeah.
thorny.
Horny. Can't kill.
And so yeah, just find me there, and then next week I'll be playing on the Gods and Goddesses of Mine also. So see me at Maistri Anord for that one.
For sure. Pop over to Zavara.
Hey, I'm Sam. I played Zavara. We got a game Friday where a few of us are playing in it. So come on back for that.
Wild Blue Yonder.
Wild Blue Yonder. Who am I in that game? I am Cyrus Vance. Cool space cowboy. And Zavara here, and I do art in my place. You can see in that name there. If you look that up, you'll find me probably. That's all I got. Who hasn't gone yet? Frost.
I'm Frost. I play Lewis Mountainhide right here on Maistri Anord, and that's where you can find me.
It's a good place. You can find Frost. That's one of the highlights. So please come by.
I'm in really.
It's not
Okay,
sarcasm. Like
sorry.
literally having you on the channel is one of the highlights. So like that's not me being sarcastic at all. But Sorrow, you're the last one to go.
Me, I'm Sorrow. Well, I was Sorrow tonight. I'm Juniper, otherwise known as Linen and Spice around the place. I am also playing tomorrow with Tofu in the Wild Sea game over on Shattered Tabletop Gaming, where I get to play a mushroom person, and I really like playing them. They're a lot of fun, and they also swear. I seem to swear in every game that I play in by accident. Yeah. Anyway, you can also find me playing in Gods and Goddesses Oh My.
You can also find her mushroom starting raids.
That's true.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I do, and I have hallucinogenic spores that I can
Psychocybe
puff out
there.
at will.
Yeah, the raves are great. All right, so that's basically it. I'm gonna steal it back. You can find it was in chat, so I'm gonna say it out loud. You can find Mama Kalik, in fact, in Wild Sea tomorrow over on Shattered Tabletop, Shattered Tabletop, not TikTok, Shattered Tabletop Gaming. Whew. You know, I was talking so slow for Evandris. It's like I'm making up for it now.
Gotta catch up now.
gotta get it all out now. Stop it with the good boys.
Good boys.
I'm
as
gonna.
well.
It's just the good boy raids. Oh my gosh, I can't. As the chat rolls past me with good boys.
Is that our raid text?
I guess so. But yeah, come stay tuned. There's so many good things coming, and of course, thousands of games and things that are happening constantly in the community. So, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Most importantly, look after yourselves because the world's not the same without you. See you next time.